So, welcome to our podcast. We're going to be doing this every day leading up to Crimbo.
Yes.
This is the first episode, and because it's the first episode, we aren't sure what to talk about at the moment because we want you to decide what we talk about.
Yeah, so we want you guys to be we want you guys to ask some questions in the comments on the on our videos, and then we will have a look through and we'll pick one or two, maybe three of the best comments, and we will discuss them in the next episode. So
today's episode, we're thinking, let's talk about your routine on Christmas Day, the standard stuff. You know, everyone's is slightly different, but everyone's is slightly the same at the same time.
Yeah.
So, Monty, what is your routine on Christmas Day?
Oof. Well, I would say when I was considerably younger, I was one of those kids who got really excited about Christmas. It was such a great time. Everyone was like, oh yeah, I've got so many presents, it's going to be great, I'm so excited. So I was one of those kids who, instead of like staying up late on the day before, like Christmas Eve, being excited, I was one of those people who went to bed at like 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Really?
Because I wanted to sleep all the way through the rest of that time so that Christmas came earlier. I was one of those people.
Ahead of the pack.
Indeed. And I used to wake up like really quite early, like sort of, well, not that early, but like 6:30-ish. And it was like, and then I'd go in and wake everyone else up. I was like, oh, it's Christmas, come on, let's go open presents.
I bet you were fun to live with, Monty, as a child. I bet you were so much fun.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and then but in more recent years, I'm a bit more of a lazy teenager, so I kind of get up a bit later.
Definitely.
But I still do the going to bed earlier, so that
Do you still do that?
I still do that. I did that last year.
I literally can't. I'm too excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited that I don't want to wait. I'm so impatient that I decide to sleep earlier.
And to be fair, obviously, more sleep gives Father Christmas more time to come and give you your presents.
Exactly, so you can deliver more of them.
You greedy bugger.
Oh yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Well, me, I'm very similar to you in that I used to get up really early. I used to not go to bed really early because I was always just too excited. I couldn't go to sleep. I was just way too excited. And looking back now, it probably meant I was really tired during Christmas Day, which probably made me grumpy. But generally, I used to go to bed at normal time, but I used to get up really early. So, I used to get up at kind of 6 o'clock, and then I'd have to wait for A, my parents to be up, and B, my grumpy teenage sister to be up. Nancy, if you're listening to this, love you really, but please don't hurt me. But you need to get up way earlier. I'm just putting it out there. And, so then we'd go upstairs to my parents' room and we'd open our, stocking presents from Father Christmas, and that was really nice. And every year, I assume you might have had something similar. You used to have, a little tangerine at the bottom.
I haven't had one of those for a few years. No, we have chocolate oranges because I don't like tangerines.
We sometimes have chocolate oranges. Sometimes we get tangerines because, yeah, so good.
There's some good stuff.
But yeah, no, so then you'd open our, presents from our stockings, then we go down and have breakfast, which Mum would always make, and she makes the best breakfast on Christmas. Something about breakfast on Christmas just hits different,
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
So good. Another thing is then after breakfast, my dad is normally the one itching to open presents. He's always like, oh, can we open the present? And Mum was like, no. Can we open the present? No.
Oh.
Can I open one? No.
Yeah.
She's definitely the boss of the house. Another thing that we normally do is we normally go somewhere because it's nice to be at home, but it's always nice to be with other people on Christmas Day especially.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I hope this year, I know this year that we're allowed to be in a household with two other households, I believe, something like that, because of COVID.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I think we'll probably end up kind of going somewhere. Maybe we'll stay at home, but whatever happens, I'm sure it'll be lovely to be with the family, because obviously Nancy's at uni, and I'm obviously at boarding school, so it's far. We're all far away from each other.
Yeah, it must be quite lonely.
You, on the other hand, Mr. I live 5 minutes away and still a boarder.
Yeah. I mean, my parents were expecting to get rid of a son. They just weren't expecting to get rid of me.
Oh,
Because my brother was supposed to be going to America, but he couldn't. And I was supposed to be staying at home and being a day student, but now I'm a boarder.
God.
So they were already preparing to get rid of a child. They just weren't expecting to get rid of
Their favourite one.
this one. Yes, of course, the favourite one. Jamie, if you're listening to this,
Please don't have me.
hi.
So, yeah, well, that's my thing. When do you open presents? Do you open them all at once? What do
Well,
you do?
usually we end up coming down as a whole family. We come down and we open the stockings, all the stuff in the stockings by the wood burning stove in the living room, and we do that. And then once we're finished with all of those, we go and we have our breakfast. So then after breakfast, we come back into the living room and we open all the presents under the tree from each other, from like the actual family, and then sort of after midday-ish, the extended family, so cousins and grandparents, they all come over.
What are you going to do because of COVID? Are you going to have like a few over? Only your favourites? Yeah. Or are you going to have like a Zoom meeting?
To be honest, I don't know.
To be fair, we are just the teenagers. We just get told what we're doing.
Yeah, we just do what we're told.
You know.
You know.
That'd be nice.
Don't forget to be polite, say your pleases and thank yous, and don't like break anything.
You know, one set of my cousins on my dad's side, they live in America, so obviously it's
okay.
quite hard for them to come over normally, and at death specifically at the moment, it's very hard for them to get over, which is a shame. But I think we'll try and see our cousins at some point, whether it's over Zoom or whatever. I'm hoping we can see them at some point, even if it's just outside somewhere. But that'd be nice. I think it's a real shame that COVID's happened, specifically like how little has happened towards it now.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I think the reason they're not just lifting it for Christmas is that they don't want it to be going on during New Year's. So I can
that's a very good point.
I can understand that.
To be honest, I wonder what's going to happen with the whole COVID and New Year.
Yeah, because I mean, unless this vaccine turns out to be a work of God, I think...
Well, you never know. Science is pretty good.
Science is pretty good. I'm pretty sure it was Gandhi who said that. That's a quote from Gandhi himself, right? Science is pretty good. No?
Quite possibly.
Maybe it was...
Leave a comment if you know the answer.
I reckon it was Magnus Basharat who said that, to be fair.
Oh, yeah. Gotta love...
Magnus Basharat, king of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for listening to our podcast. Stay tuned. There's going to be another one tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you leave some questions in the comments for us. Make sure any questions you have about, whether or not what kind of things we use to record this. I'm sure there are loads of people who might want to start their own podcast and they might want to know, hey, what kind of mics do you use? Hey, what do you use to record it?
Yeah, in that case, I'll probably be answering those questions.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie, Archie doesn't have a clue what's going on here.
I'm the character, he's the brains.
He is.
Okay, well, thanks for listening. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.